Let's bring in Senator Judd Gregg, Republican from New Hampshire and ranking member of the Budget Committee. Good afternoon to you, Senator.
Alex, great to talk to you. Thanks for having me on.
I have to ask you about poppycock. I mean, what is your reaction to what we just heard from Senator Dodd?
Oh, a little bit of flamboyance there, I think. But, you know, the problem here is pretty simple. About 3 weeks ago, we were pretty close to an agreement on all the substantive elements of this bill. There really isn't a lot of partisanship in this bill. It's just an issue of trying to get it right, make sure too big to fail doesn't exist, make sure we have good derivatives language, good language on the issue of consumer protection, good language on how we move around the regulatory regimes here. And I honestly thought we were going to reach a consensus bill here. Now, unfortunately, for reasons which I'm not entirely clear about, it's blown up into one of these political debates where the substance of the bill is sort of overwhelmed by the language, which is very hyperbolized.
Well, and it's also, there's huge disparity between that which what Senator Dodd is saying and that which Senator McConnell is saying, because the latter says this bill is going to lead to endless bailouts of Wall Street. Is that true? This wouldn't end it?
Well, the Dodd bill does have some problems on the issue of too big to fail, in that it sets up a process where the Treasury or the FDIC could keep alive a bank or a financial institution which had gotten into significant financial trouble. Whereas the agreed to language, which was supported by Republicans and a lot of Democrats, the Corker-Warner agreement, which wasn't included in the Dodd bill, essentially required that any financial institution that got into trouble would have to go into a process of what amounted to bankruptcy and would not survive. And that's the course we should take, of course. We've got to end too big to fail as a concept because it perverts the marketplace. It means that capital is not flowing pursuant to what they see as a risk there because they see the taxpayers coming in to support institutions which shouldn't be supported. And that's not healthy for the economy.
So do you think there's room for compromise within the Senate on this?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely there is. And the question is, how do we get back to the table? I think Senator McConnell is absolutely right. He's saying, hey, listen, talk to us on this issue. If you're not going to talk to us, then we're not going to support taking the bill across the floor, and we'll use our capacity to stop the bill. But what we really want to do is sit down and reach an agreement, because these agreements should be very doable.
All right, Senator Judd Gregg, as always, a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Well, in our